Hi there, my darling Aries. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to your reading for the week starting the 10th of November, 2025. So, my darling Aries, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation cards. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Aries, what messages does Aries need to know for the week starting November the 10th? Now we are in full-blown Mercury retrograde, so let us see what energies are around. Full moon in Taurus, detoxify. So it could be, my darling Aries, that you need to take some time out, pull back your energies, really, use this time with this Mercury retrograde to really, go within, get rid of anything that's been toxic in, your life, any, people, places, things. Is there something, have you been overindulging? I mean, we're starting to come into that time where we're going to be a little bit overindulgent with, Christmas, anyone in the US with their Thanksgiving and things like that. So we start to get into that time of, get-togethers and parties and things like that. And, we all like a little bit of something, something from time to time. So maybe, if you can use this energy to maybe, put good things in to your body and, like it says, detoxify. Use the energy to be able to, detoxify yourself and, see what happens. All right. Let us consult the tarot, my darling Aries, and see what messages we've got coming in for you. What does, oh God, the cards are going to be very chatty today. I can already tell. There's a lot of energy around. I already feel sort of buzzing at the moment. So let us see what messages does Aries need to know for the week of November the 10th, 2025. King of Cups, King of Pentacles, wow, 2 kings, and the moon. Now that moon, that wasn't that moon card, but it was a moon card that fell out before. So that's why I don't take the pop-outs, because if they're meant to come, if the card wants to come out, it'll come out in the reading. And, I don't take the pop-outs because, A, I'm not a very good shuffler, and so I don't know whether that's just because I can't hold on to the cards, but if it's meant to come out, it will come out. So there you go. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the King of Cups. And, these King's energies, I feel, they represent you, my darling Aries, in this reading. And I feel you've got both the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups energies around you at this time. So I feel that, you may be embodying both of these King energies. So the King of Cups sits on his throne amidst choppy waters. He sits on the throne amidst the chaos around him. He is cool, calm, and collected. He has mastered his emotions, my darling Aries. And I feel that there may be, with that detoxify card around you, there may be, and we are in Mercury retrograde, you could feel that there is a bit of chaos swirling around you. And if you can embody this energy of the King of Cups and be calm amidst the chaos, then I feel that you will, get through this week better than anybody else. That's kind of what I feel here for you, my darling Aries. It's, that energy of, rather than getting involved in the chaos and engaging, say there's gossip going on around you, or there is, he said, she said type of energy. I feel if you can just pull your energies back and sit and observe and just know that you're in control of your emotions here. Don't, if someone around you or people around you are pushing your buttons, my darling Aries, don't be that emperor and push back. My message for you off the King of Cups is to sit back and observe, my darling Aries. And I'm not saying don't engage, but I am saying, of course you need to be engaged and you need to, live life. But I feel that don't engage in the chaos. Don't engage in someone pushing your buttons. Don't react. You can respond, my darling Aries, but just don't react to that argy-bargy type of energy that may be swirling around you at this particular moment in time. And then you have the King of Pentacles. So I feel that you are embodying this energy as well. This could be another person as well. So this is Earth energy. So it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But I actually feel that this is more you, that you're, in this energy of feeling that you have everything that you need, my darling Aries. So the King of Pentacles is an energy of having everything, sitting, knowing that you are financially stable, my darling Aries, and knowing that your material world is stable, and feeling that you don't have to make decisions based on scarcity, my darling Aries. I feel that you're being encouraged here to, like I said before with the King of Cups, sit back and observe, but also sit in this energy of the King of Pentacles, feeling that you are also financially and materially stable, not just emotionally stable. Which, these two energies together are beautiful, because it's like, having the stability, you have emotional stability, but you also have financial and material stability here, my darling Aries, which means you don't have to make any hasty decisions. You don't have to make decisions based on, like I said, scarcity or lack. You can make them based on the position that you're in at the moment. And with Mercury retrograde, I would caution you to make any kind of life-altering type of decisions, because, I'm not saying don't live your life. We all have to live during Mercury retrograde no matter what. And if decisions need to be made, decisions need to be made. But I feel that in your energy, you're sitting pretty, is what I feel for you, my darling Aries. And then you have the Moon card here. So this is Pisces energy as well. So if you do have Pisces in your chart, I would encourage you to go and watch the Pisces reading. But the Moon is a temporary energy, and it is also an illumination. So you've got the full moon here in Taurus, and then you have this moon here, which is also depicting a full moon. So I do feel for you that moon energy could be quite potent for you around this time. So pay attention, my darling Aries. And I feel for you that there could be, some things that may be hidden from you, or there, mysteries surrounding you at this time. And like, full moons illuminate, they cast shadows. And you know what it's like when you wake up in the middle of the night and you see the full moon and it's so bright. But when you go outside and you actually look outside, you can see how much it casts shadows. And I just feel off this, it's just a cautionary, not warning, but a cautionary tale for you to, maybe not make important decisions until you find out everything, my darling Aries, because I do feel there is some details that haven't come to light just yet. on any kind of important decision that you need to make. You are materially and emotionally stable at this time. You do not need to make any kind of hasty decision blind. You have the luxury of being able to wait in this situation, I feel, my darling Aries. So if I'm going to put it all together, I probably already have, but I just feel that the energy around you, you're being told this week just to sit back and observe, I feel, because and you're in a good position to do that because you're emotionally stable, you're financially and materially stable. There is just something I feel that hasn't been completely revealed to you. So if there's an important decision that you need to make, just hold off until you have all the answers, my darling Aries. That is what I feel is coming in for you this week. So if you are enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. You know, I'd love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. It really does help me out. You know, it throws my readings out to more people that may need to see it, and I, really appreciate it. All right, my darling Aries, let us get final messages for you from the angels. Yeah, be assertive. You know, and being assertive, and even though I said sit on the sidelines, I feel that you need to be, and this is going to be a contradiction, be assertive in sitting on the sidelines, if that makes sense. If somebody wants you to engage, be assertive enough to say, no, I'm just going to observe for the moment. I feel that's what this means for you. Yeah, if you need advice, ask for help from others. There are helpful people around you. I mean, maybe, like I said, that I felt that off the King of Pentacles is maybe that was, like I said, another person, not just yourself. And it'll be different for everybody. Yeah, recovery. I feel it's important for you to use this time to, as I said, rest, relax, recover, detoxify your body, put good things in so you get good things out, my darling Aries. Not the right time, they say, which is what I feel too. It's not the right time to do anything. It's time for you to observe because you got a yes. So that's your confirmation, my darling Aries, is that it is just time for you, I feel, to, observe this situation for the moment. Observe what, you're sitting in a good position. You don't need to take any action at this time, but you do need to be assertive when or if others push you to make that decision. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Taurus. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of November the 10th, 2025. So, my darling Taurus, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation cards. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Taurus, what messages does Taurus need to know for the week of the 10th of November, 2025? Last quarter moon in Cancer. Take a breather. Yeah, I think we all need to take a bit of a breather. I mean, we are in the midst of Mercury retrograde at the moment, so, it would be a really good time for you, my darling Taurus, to take some time out, maybe not start anything new, just, definitely work on things for sure if you need to work on things, but, maybe just take it easy this week. Take some time for yourself to rest, relax, recover. What makes you happy, my darling Taurus? What brings you joy? I feel that you're being encouraged this week to, be in that energy. Take the time for yourself, and maybe cancel out any of the noise that might be around you this week, my darling Taurus. All right. Let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in. Straight. Coming in for you, my darling Taurus. What messages does Taurus need to know for the week of November the 10th, 2025? What messages does Taurus need to know? Ten of Swords, yeah. Something is dead done over with, my darling Taurus. Yep, moving on. Six of Swords. And there's your outcome. Love it. Love it. No, I mean, I don't necessarily, when I do my readings, I don't, this final card is not the outcome. Like, it is, I read as this, I read the cards as a whole. But, you know, sometimes they just fall in the right, you know, sequence. So, and definitely they have here. I feel it gives the reading a lot of power when they do, because, you know, it's like me reading from left to right, but I don't always do that. You know, I read intuitively, so I read it as I get the messages and how they are shown to me, I suppose. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively, like I said, put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Ten of Swords. Now, tens in the tarot are completions, and this energy is an energy of something is definitely dead, done, over with, my darling Taurus. So there is some situation in your life that is definitely dead, done, over with. Whether you literally felt or feel stabbed in the back by this energy, you know, it's going to be different for everyone, but you are being encouraged to take time out for yourself this week. I feel this has already happened. Like, this isn't going to happen. I feel that this has happened, my darling Taurus. I feel this is what you're recovering from, my darling Taurus. So, you know, take that how it resonates, but there is obviously something that has happened which is now dead, done, over with, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, whether it's, you know, a situation. Something has definitely come to an end here. And if you've been wondering whether it was meant to be, yes, my darling Taurus, that's what I heard. This was meant to be. And I know sometimes it can be really hard to know in that moment when something shitty happens, something hurtful happens, something where you just go, why did that happen? It's hard in that moment to go, that happened for a reason. And we don't normally know what that reason is until the next good thing happens. And then you go, that's why that happened. And I am definitely not making light of whatever this situation is that hurt you, because everyone, you know, it hurt you, you know, and it's something that obviously was deep, because, you know, these swords are literally in your back, my darling Taurus. So, but just know that what is meant for you will never pass you by, my darling Taurus. So if it didn't work out this time, it's still coming. There is time, my darling Taurus. Just think of that. Hold on to that, because you have the beautiful Six of Swords here. The Six of Swords is moving on, my darling Taurus. You are moving on from this energy. I feel it. I see it. It's showing up here. You know, what the message of the Six of Swords is to move from the chaos of the situation, which I feel is that Ten of Swords, move on. And what you need is to take only what you need into the next phase, my darling Taurus. You can see she's got a small bag here, and she's just got the clothes on her back, and she has these six swords. The six swords represent the lessons and the love. Make sure you take the lessons and the love with you. What's in this little bag here are her tools. She only needs to take the tools. She does not need to take the baggage, the other big baggage with her. my darling Taurus. Do not move forward taking with you what happened in the past. No. You need the tools, definitely, to heal and move forward, and the lessons and the love. You take the lessons to make sure you don't repeat them, and you take the love so it helps you move through it. But you do not take the extra baggage, my darling Taurus. And what I'm drawn to here is her gaze. You can see her gaze here looking up to this star. I feel that you are now going to follow your North Star. What brings you joy? Focus, my darling Taurus. I feel that you are being encouraged here to focus on the future. Focus on where you're going to go next. Do not look back. You're not going that way. Look forward, my darling Taurus, because I feel that you're going to be moving on from this energy for sure, because here is your outcome. Here is your joy, your happiness, your 10 of Cups, my darling Taurus. This is fortune after difficulty. This is happy home, happy family. This is everything you want, my darling Taurus. You know, you can see these people, they're running under this rainbow. They are in joy, my darling Taurus. This is where you want to be, celebrating with those you love, celebrating with, you know, those that bring you joy. Leave in the past what is dead, done, over with, and embrace this gorgeous energy, my darling Taurus, because this is what's coming for you. I feel it. You know, this, like I said, this reading has come out as I would read it for you in sequence, and that's powerful. That gives more weight behind the message, I feel, my darling Taurus, because it's literally telling the story of, in sequence, of what is going to happen for you, my darling Taurus. So I love to see this for you. So I'm going to put it all together. I feel it's very important for you this week to take a breather, to realize how far you've come, my darling Taurus, because this is dead, done, over with. I feel that you need to take a breather from this energy. Take the lessons and the love, move away from those choppy waters to calmer shores. Take the tools with you, but leave behind the baggage, my darling Taurus, and focus your energy on your way forward. Focus on where you want to go, not where you've been, my darling Taurus. And here is the joy coming for you. Your rainbow of blessings, your happy home, happy family, happily ever after is here for you. It's waiting. It's coming, my darling Taurus. It's a coming for you. I love this energy. Just don't go back to the past. Don't take the baggage with you either, my darling Taurus. So if you are enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. You know, I'd love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe. Really does help me out, helps my channel grow, and allows me to keep putting out these videos, my darling Taurus. All right, let's get final messages for you. No need to worry, they say. No, my darling, no need to worry. This is going to work out for you. Can't make this up. Here comes big happy changes. I told you. There's your 10 of Cups right there. Look for a sign, they say. Yeah, if it helps, you know, look for the signs, look for the synchronicities, look for where you go, you know, something happens and you look up and you go, thank you. You know, look for that. It will not lead you astray, my darling Taurus. Within the next few months, they say, yeah, you've got the yes with the exclamation point. I love this for you, my darling Taurus. I mean, this is one of the best readings that I've done so far, I feel. I mean, Sagittarius was pretty good, but, you know, this one is even better because I feel that it's a real culmination energy. It is a real going from the dark into the light type of energy for you, my darling Taurus, which I love. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Geminis. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of November the 10th, 2025. So, my darling Geminis, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation cards. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Geminis, what messages does Gemini need to know for this week of November the 10th, 2025? Now, we are in the midst of Mercury retrograde, your ruler going backwards. So you know the rules. Make sure you communicate clearly, and everything is double checked and checked. And all communications are going to those that are intended. All right. Oh, look, full moon in Gemini. Oh, I love this for you. Embrace the flow of life. Beautiful. Full moon in your sign. Love it. Well, this is definitely a reading for you, my darling Geminis. So embrace the flow of life. So what I feel off this card for you, my darling Geminis, is to let you know to not maybe take life too seriously this week, to just allow people around you to look after you, allow yourself to enjoy moments, allow yourself to enjoy, if you've got kids, your kids, allow yourself to enjoy, those that love you, enjoy the feeling of, being loved is what I feel the message for you off this card here, my darling Geminis, and just really embrace the flow of life and how wonderful it is. All right, let us consult the tarot, my darling Geminis, and see what messages we've got coming in for you for November the 10th, 2025. What does Gemini need to know? The Magician. Yeah, I love it. Your words are spells. That's what I feel taking. Oh my God, the 10 of Cups. Love it. Wow. And the 8 of Swords. Okay. Get out of your own head, my darling Geminis. Don't self-sabotage anything. But, wow, this is amazing reading here for you. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the beautiful Magician card. And as I said, as soon as I put that card down, I felt like saying to you, your words are spells this week. So, you could be ripe for manifestation this week, my darling Geminis, that be careful what you wish for is what I feel I need to tell you here, because like I said, your words are spells. Anything you say this week could potentially come forth as manifestation. So make sure you speak kindly to yourself and others, more to yourself, my darling Geminis. Make sure that you speak with words of love as you would to a beautiful friend, my darling Geminis. You wouldn't tell a friend, oh, you're stupid, or oh, that was a dumb thing to do, or whatever. Speak to yourself. And I feel it's more important to speak highly and kindly to yourself than it can be sometimes to speak to other people. So, really choose your words carefully. Choose the words that you speak out loud carefully, because you have heightened manifestation abilities this week. I mean, you can see here this infinity symbol on over the Magician's head. That is a symbol of infinite possibilities, and you certainly have it this week. With what's on the table here, you have the ability to manifest your heart's desires, is what I feel to tell you here, my darling Geminis, that, your words are spells. It's coming. Whatever you want and desire, you can bring into the physical realm, I feel. Because then you've got the beautiful 10 of Cups. And I feel that this is the result of you speaking kindly to yourself. You know, you are in that energy of happy home, happy family, your beautiful rainbow of blessings, my darling Geminis. This is where everybody wants to be. This is what everybody wants to have, my darling Geminis. You know, like I said, this is your rainbow of blessings. You can see, you know, it's also fortune after difficulty as well. So if you've been going through a difficult time, and I think you have because you've got the 8 of Swords here as well, this is you releasing that 8 of Swords energy and embracing joy, happiness, success, fulfillment, love, my darling Geminis. Like I said, this is happy home, happy family. This is you feeling in joy and love, and like your heart is full, my darling Geminis, which I love to see for you. So yeah, love that energy. The only fly in the ointment, I would say, is this 8 of Swords here, but I feel that this is just lingering energy. I feel that, you know, this is leftover energy from the last couple of weeks, or, you know, the last, yeah, that sort of last few weeks or so, my darling, where we had that Saturnian energy in, you know, that wasn't very nice. It was sort of harsh energy. But I feel that you're coming out of this. The 8 of Swords is literally self-imposed restriction. It is, you can see she's got a blindfold here, but she could easily take that blindfold off. She could easily remove these bindings from herself and just step into the flow, which is what I say this water is here. That water there is the flow of life, my darling Geminis. And you need to take off the blindfold and be able to see clearly that whatever you're stepping into is blessed. It's your destiny. It is what is coming in for you. It is, you are not the product of your past, my darling Geminis. And I don't know why I feel I need to say that, but that's what popped into my head. If you are beating yourself up for any sins of the past, release that, my darling Geminis, because you are more than that. You can release yourself from that. This is like a self-sabotage energy. Why do you want to feel that, you know, do you feel undeserving of this beautiful energy? Well, stop it, my darling Geminis. You deserve every good thing that is coming your way. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to love, my darling Geminis. Get used to it. Release this energy and step into the flow. So if I am going to put it all together, and I probably already have, but I just feel this is the last bit of the puzzle that you need to release here. You're already being encouraged to embrace the flow of life. This here, stepping into this water here, I feel is the flow. Water in the tarot is emotions, and I feel that you just need to step into, you know, step out of the sword feeling and step into the beautiful emotion of love is what I feel to tell you, my darling Geminis. Like I said, your words are spells this week. You have the ability to manifest whatever it is your heart's desires. And like I said, be careful what you wish for, because I feel this week it's going to come true. Because here is your happy home, happy family. This is your rainbow of blessings, my darling Geminis. It's coming for you. Embrace the flow of life. It is beautifully coming in for you this week, my darling Geminis. So if you are enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. And I would love it if you could please like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. It really does help my channel grow, even if it's just an emoji, heart in the comments to let me know that this resonated with you. I'd love it if you could. It really does something to the algorithm and pushes my readings out. So I'd love it if you could do that. All right, let's get final messages for you, my darling Geminis. Yeah, can't make this up. Listen to your intuition. You know, that's the other thing that blindfolds are in the tarot, is meaning to trust your intuition. So, you know, that blindfold on the Eight of Swords there would be encouraging you to trust your intuition here. Yeah, recovery, exactly what I said. You know, if you need to allow yourself to recover here because of any harsh type of energy, do so. Yeah, ask for help from others. There are people around you, my darling Geminis, that love you, that want to support you, that want to be with you. Let them, my darling Geminis. Within the next few weeks, they say, yep, choose a new direction. Exactly. And the new direction is going towards your rainbow of blessings, is what I feel for you, my darling Geminis. So I love this energy for you. This is just such a beautiful energy of getting out of what was holding you back into the beautiful flow of your life, my darling Geminis. Loving this for you. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Cancerians. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of November the 10th, 2025. So, my darling Cancerians, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation cards. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Cancerians, what messages does Cancer need to know for this week of November the 10th, 2025? What does Cancer need to know? New moon in Virgo. Trust. All will be well. Yeah, love this. Love this energy. Trust. All will be well. I think if we can all do that, I think if all of us didn't let our minds run away with it, you know, with itself, and catastrophize things and go over things and think that things are worse than what they actually are, we'd all be so blissful. I mean, I'm guilty of, you know, letting my mind run away with itself sometimes, because that's just the way I am. But, you know, I feel that you're being encouraged, my darling Cancerians, to just trust. Trust this week that all will be well. Trust amidst any kind of chaos or, you know, anything that comes up in your life this week, just trust that all will be well. And it will be. I think if we expect things to be well, they will be. You know, it's all that law of attraction energy. But sometimes, look, I'm guilty of it too. It is really hard not to think the worst, especially if you've like been trying to get in contact with someone and they kind of ghosted you almost, but it's not all of a sudden they contact you and it's like, what? No, I was just busy. And it's like, oh my God, okay. You know, you catastrophize it in your own head. And anyway, blah, blah. All right, let's see what messages we've got for you, my darling Cancerians. What does Cancer need to know for this week? The 10th. Page of Swords. The Fool. Yeah, love it. New beginnings. And the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Love this. Well, you can't help but trust that all will be well with this kind of energy, my darling Cancerians. All right, so what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Page of Swords. Now, if you've been watching me for a while, you know that pages in the tarot are messengers. And this little fella, he comes in to spark your curiosity, to sort of encourage you to get more information, to learn more, to, you know, dig deeper into some kind of situation, my darling Cancerians. And yes, it's probably a contradiction to trusting that all will be well, but I think you are allowed to, you know, find out more if your curiosity is sparked. I feel that you're being, you know, encouraged to do that this week. my darling Cancerians, because, you know, I just feel this, it's something that you're like, and why I'm saying that, and I'm sorry if I'm stumbling, but I'm listening. The Ace of Pentacles is a potential energy. It is a potential opportunity that is coming in, but that's all it is potential. This here is what will spark that curiosity of what that potential could be, if that makes sense, my darling Cancerian. So I feel that this and that Ace of Pentacles is connected, because I feel without this spark, you'll miss that ace. You'll miss that potential opportunity, if that makes sense. So don't ignore this message, this spark of inspiration, my darling Cancerians. Then you've got the beautiful Fool card. So the Fool is the first of the major arcana. It is 0. It is literally taking a leap of faith. It is a new beginning as well. It's a new beginnings energy, my darling Cancerians. It is, yeah, like I said, taking a leap of faith towards the unknown. It is trusting that all will be well on your journey. Trusting that even though you can't see where this journey is going to go, you're going to take the leap of faith anyway towards it. And I feel that that Page of Swords is significant in that, because it's sparking the curiosity to want to be able to learn more about, or to be able to want to take the leap of faith, take the opportunity of the Ace of Pentacles as well. So I sort of feel that one can't happen without the other, if that makes sense. You know, the Fool card is all about new beginnings. You know, a blessed new beginning is what I feel here. And you can also see the dog here. The dog to me represents loyalty, and it represents that someone could be coming with you. Maybe this page was someone that, you know, someone that you know gave you that inspiration, made a comment that sparked your inspiration there, and they want to come with you on this journey. They want to support you, my darling Cancerians, if that makes sense. So yeah, I feel this is really nice. I feel this is a really blessed new beginning for you. But I do feel that you need to trust that that it is going to be good for you, if that makes sense. Because then you've got the Ace of Pentacles here. So as I said, the Ace of Pentacles is all about its potential energy. The Ace of Pentacles starts, you know, or the Pentacle suit starts with the Ace and finishes at the 10. This is the same garden that is on the 10 of Pentacles in this deck anyway. But it shows that what this ace is that's all it is potential. A garden needs to be nurtured, it needs to be watered, it needs to be tended, it needs to be pruned, it needs to be looked after, my darling Cancerians. And this ace is the potential that needs to be nurtured into existence. It is not just going to be offered to you and come in and stay there. You need to recognize this potential. You need to grab the potential and make it into whatever goal, wish or dream it is that you want, to make it, to grow it into your excuse me, my voice is going, to grow it into your 10 of Pentacles, my darling Cancerians, which is that building and leaving a legacy energy. So I feel that, you know, this is quite deep energy that's coming in this week for you, my darling Cancerians, in that one can't happen without the other, if that makes sense. But you need to be aware and recognize these sparks of inspiration, these moments of opportunity that if you don't recognize them, you'll miss them. Like blink and you miss it type of opportunity is what I feel with this. But I do feel that you need to trust yourself and trust the universe as well, that these things have been brought in for a reason, my darling Cancerians. So if I'm going to put it all together, I probably already have, but I do feel that there is going to be someone, because I'm drawn to the dog on here, which is loyalty here, and I feel that this is a supportive person for you. So I feel that this page could be that person that's going to spark your inspiration, spark your curiosity to want to take a leap of faith towards this unknown opportunity, my darling Cancerians, if that makes sense. That's what I feel is coming in. It will be up to you to take this leap of faith, to take this opportunity. And I feel what you need to do is trust that all will be well. Trust that this energy, trust that this potential is what is needed for you right now, my darling Cancerians. I love this for you. Beautiful energy. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. You know, I would love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe. Really does help me out, helps my channel grow. You know, even just leaving a little emoji in the comments, you know, does something to the algorithm and pushes my content out. So, you know, I'd love it if you could do that, please, for me. All right, let's get final messages for you, my darling Cancerians. Yeah, no need to worry. There is no need to worry. I feel this is such beautiful energy coming in for you. Peaceful resolution. So whatever this is about, there will be a peaceful resolution. You can't make this up. What did I say? Trust. Here it is. It's coming in again. Trust that all will be well, my darling Cancerians. This is the universe saying, I meant what I said. In the near future, they say, yeah, you got a yes, my darling. This is coming for you. Will you trust the energy enough to take that leap of faith to move towards that beautiful potential of the Ace of Pentacles? Because this is coming for you, my darling Cancerians, ready or not. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Leos. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of November the 10th, 2025. So, my darling Leos, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation cards. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Leos, what messages does Leo need to know for this week of November the 10th, 2025? What messages does Leo need to know? Last quarter moon in Capricorn. Leave the past behind. Yeah, love it. Love this energy for you, my darling Leos. Leave the past behind. It's dead, done, over with. It is not going to help you. The past is the past. You know, I feel sorry for those people that continually go back to the past, because I mean they say that they have healed and they've moved on, but they can't have healed and moved on if they continually go back to the past and bring up past energies and bring up their past mistakes and bring up past people that have hurt them. You know, clearly that's not someone that's healed, my darling Leos. So when something is done, something is done. Let it go, release it. There's plenty of like cord cutting type of meditations and things like that on YouTube, and I would encourage you, my darling Leos, if you are feeling that there's something from the past that you're holding on to that's stopping you from moving forward, give it a go. Try and release those energies, my darling Leos. All right, let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Leos. What messages does Leo need to know for the week of November the 10th? Ooh, love it. Six of Cups. Ace of Swords. Love this. And the Tower. I feel that Tower has already happened. I feel that, I don't know whether it was you last week that got a Tower with me. And I think it might have been Capricorn. Anyway, yeah, I feel that this is, you're recovering. That's what that leave the past behind. I feel that you're recovering from this Tower moment here. Anyway, we'll get into that. What I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the beautiful Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is all about innocence and nostalgia. Some readers classify it or say it as an ex coming back from the past, and I don't feel that at all. I feel that, this is that you may be thinking about the past with that leave the past behind, but I feel that the energy around you at this time is encouraging you here with this Six of Cups to leave that past behind, move on, push it, heal from that past, heal from that Tower moment. And I feel you will, because this Six of Cups has come in. I feel that you may need to be a little bit more playful at this time, my darling Leos, and really, embrace that childlike type of energy. Embrace your inner child. Go within and ask your inner child, what do you need? What do you need from me? It's a very powerful exercise to do that, and then just listen. And look, I know that there's meditations on YouTube too that get you into that zone of, connecting with your inner child, my darling Leo. So maybe, try doing something like that, because I feel that would really benefit you this week to, connect with your inner child, be more playful, do more playful things, be more lighthearted, my darling Leos. I feel that's what I need to let you know here, is to, be more lighthearted here, and, not be too serious. And definitely do not go back to the past here, my darling Leos. I feel that's the big message of this Six of Cups for you. Then you've got the beautiful Ace of Swords. And, the Ace of Swords is all about speaking your truth. It's a victory and success as well. But, often the Ace of Swords can be called the Ace of Truth, because, it cuts through the BS. It cuts through the, the nonsense. It cuts through the lies to get to the truth, or not even the lies, but cuts through the, the murkiness of a situation to get to the truth, my darling Leos. And I feel, this is your potential here. If you can just leave those past mistakes behind, leave the past, whatever it is, behind. There is what keeps popping into my head is there is some person, place, thing, situation that has happened in the past that you're hanging on to, my darling Leos, and you're being encouraged to let it go, because until you can let it go, this isn't coming for you. But I feel part of you healing and letting it go is speaking your truth, my darling Leos, whatever that is, whatever that means for you, whatever that means to you, my darling Leos. So, the Ace of Swords is also about clarity. So I do feel that you are going to receive clarity coming in as well here. So, I love the Ace of Swords. It's that victory, success type of thing. It's like, yes, I've done it. You're holding the sword up in victory, my darling Leos. And I really want this to be the outcome of this week for you. But I feel that you need to do the work to get it to here, my darling Leos. Because then you have the Tower here. And like I said, I feel that you're healing from this Tower moment. I feel that this has come up to let you know it's finished with. But it's going to be up to you to make sure that it's finished with, my darling Leos. Have you put this behind you? Whatever this was. And the Tower is forced change. So we have a card like the Death card, which is change and transformation. That is sort of, a gentle culmination change, a gentle metamorphosis type of change. Whereas the Tower, it's just happening. The Tower comes in when we ignore the signals, when we ignore the universe trying to tap us on the shoulder and say, it's time to change. This needs to change. You can't keep doing this. And if you keep ignoring the signs, here comes the Tower. It's coming in to say, jump or be pushed. My darling Leos. There's one person on this card jumping, the other person's falling. The one person has made the choice to get out. The other hasn't got the choice. They've just been pushed. And don't be the person that gets pushed, my darling Leos. Be the person that makes the decision to get out while you still can. The Tower is there to burns down to its foundation so it can be rebuilt, my darling Leos. And I feel this has already happened for you. You're now in the stage of rebuilding here. But I feel what it's going to be crucial for you is to not rehash what this was, not go back to the past, not keep bringing it up, because every time you bring that back into your reality, you can never let that go. And what you're doing is continually bringing forward something from the past that should have been left in the past. Just as this card, the Moonology card, says, leave the past behind. It could not be any more in your face with this message, my darling Leo. So, yeah, I really do feel that's the energy this week. So I'm going to put it all together. I feel that this Tower moment, it had to happen for you to, be able to realise that this is dead, done, over with, my darling Leos. The Six of Cups is coming in to allow you or ask you to be more playful, to leave the past behind you, to let it go and to embrace the beautiful future and embrace what is coming for you. Speak your truth. Move forward with conviction, my darling Leos, because there's some beautiful, beautiful energy coming in for you this week. I feel you have the ability to have a victory and success, but I do feel that speaking your truth is going to allow you to move beyond and leave that past behind you, my darling Leos. So if you are enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. It really does help my channel grow. Not very few of you that, watch my readings are subscribed, so I'd appreciate it. All right, let's get final messages for you. Improving health. Yeah, I feel that is just from releasing the past, because holding on to it is not making you feel good, my darling Leos. Can't make this up. Here's the golden opportunity. This is your Ace of Swords, my darling Leos. That's what I feel. This is the victory and success that is coming in for you if you can leave that past behind you. Yeah, can't make this up. Ask, believe, receive. If you believe this is possible, my darling Leos, if you believe that you can move forward, you will move forward. Not the right time, they say, and you've got a yes. Now, this came up just for Aries as well. So, I feel it's not the right time for you to go back to the past here. That's what it's saying to me, is it's not the right time for you to go back to the past. You need to move forward. Do not hold on to what's no longer working for you, my darling Leos. I feel that it's very important for you to release the past, move forward with conviction, and leave those old wounds behind you, my darling Leos. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Virgos. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of November the 10th. 2025. So, my darling Virgos, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation cards. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then we will finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Virgos, what messages does Virgo need to know for this week of November the 10th? We are in full-blown Mercury retrograde, and Mercury is your ruler, and we know the rules. I mean, I say we because I'm a Virgo, so we know all the rules for Mercury retrograde. It's just is what it is. Just be careful of, communications, and I mean, I already feel that energy. There's been some, dodgy communications, but anyway, let's move on. Full moon in Scorpio. Breathe through the tension. Oh, God. Okay. So, my darling Virgos, there may be some tension in your beautiful week. And as this card says, breathe through the tension. I think one thing that I've learnt just over the last few weeks, really, is that, we never really know. I mean, I'm talking about other people in our lives. We never really know what other people are going through. We never really know what someone is thinking. We assume, and I think that's the problem, is that some people aren't great at communicating, and when something happens, they withdraw, and when their energy has been out there and very, attentive, and then all of a sudden something happens in their world and they withdraw and go within themselves, we immediately think that it was something to do with us, or we did something wrong. And then we start catastrophizing about, oh my God, what did I do? Where did I go wrong? Are you okay? Have I done something? And that becomes a cycle of, or a spiral of, a downward spiral of just damage, and we can build something up in our minds about what we've done. And really, when it comes down to it, it's nothing to do with us. It is what is happening in the head of the other person. So, I've found that recently, and it's a lesson. And it's a lesson that, for me, I've been learning, I guess. And, I feel, and I don't know why I've said it here, but I feel that it's important for you to hear that in this, breathe through the tension. If there is tension, I feel that A, it may not have nothing to do with us, and B, just, if you did nothing wrong, then just, like it says, breathe through the tension, move on, get on with your own life, do what you need to do, my darling Virgos. All right, let's see what the tarot has for us for this week of November the 10th. My darling Virgos. The Emperor. The Moon. And the Nine of Wands. Yeah, keep going type of energy. All right. That's kind of the, that could be the tension there. But anyway, even the Emperor, really. But, anyway, I'm going to give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start here with the Emperor. Now, this is Aries energy. So if you have Aries in your chart, I would definitely encourage you to go and watch the Aries reading. This could be an Aries in your life. But what I feel here, my darling Virgos, is that this is us this week. I feel that we need to embody the energy of the Emperor. Take charge. The Emperor can be controlling, So I'm not suggesting you to be controlling, but I am suggesting to you to control your emotions, to control how you think about something. As I was saying, we don't know what other people are going through completely. They'll only tell us what they want to tell us. So if we don't get the full picture, then we can't possibly respond in the proper way. So what I feel is that of this Emperor it's telling me that we need to just take control of our own life here. We need to take control of our own world here and, do what makes us happy. Do what we need to do to get the job done, if that makes sense, my darling Virgos. That is what I'm feeling here off the Emperor, is that we just need to take charge of our life back, because I feel that we may have been giving our power over to someone else or something else, my darling Virgos, and that's not good for anyone. When we give our power away, we feel powerless. And like I said, the Emperor is all about control. So I feel that we need to take back our control, and the control of our life, and the control of our mind, and the control of, we can only control what we think. We can only control what we do, my darling Virgos. We cannot control someone else. How they think, what they do, we have no control over that. So be the Emperor. Be in control of your own world this week, my darling Virgos. That's what I feel the message is off the Emperor. Because what I feel is that things are being hidden from us, or not everything. And I don't feel they're intentionally being hidden, my darling Virgos. I feel that they are inadvertently being hidden. And this is Pisces energy as well. So if you do have Pisces, and Pisces is our opposite sign. So if you do have Pisces in your chart, definitely go and watch the Pisces reading as well. But I feel off the moon card that there are things that aren't being revealed to us, which is why I felt off that Emperor card that I needed to say, we can only control our world, my darling Virgos. We can't control what we can't see. So if there is someone, something, person, place, thing, situation that is not clear, that is not being clear, that is, I don't think the hiding is intentional. I don't think what is being hidden is intentional. I think it just is, my darling Virgos, if that makes sense. The moon casts shadows. The moon illuminates, but when you see a full moon, how it casts shadows everywhere. And it only illuminates certain things. But what we have to be aware of is what is in the shadows, my darling Virgos. And I just feel that there is more we need to know here. So I feel that we need to keep pursuing a goal, wish, or dream, because there's more we need to know, if that makes sense, my darling Virgos. And here with the Nine of Wands is this perseverance card. And the Nine of Wands is also, they call it the wounded warrior as well. It's like we have been through the ringer here, my darling Virgos. I feel that we have been just trying and trying and trying to get to the end, trying to get the breakthrough, trying to, whether it's trying to get someone to see our point of view, whether it's trying to get a goal, wish, or dream accomplished, whether it's, just trying to complete a project, my darling Virgos. I feel that we feel like we've been pushing up against, a brick wall, basically, and there's been no joy. Perseverance, my darling Virgos. I feel that it's coming. I feel that there will be a breakthrough soon. Do not give up 5 minutes before the miracle happens. That's what I feel to tell you off the Nine of Wands, my darling Virgos. You can see she's got one wand here, one last wand. She's going to give it one last go. Do it, my darling Virgos. Do not give up. Keep going. Keep moving forward. Keep pushing forward with whatever goal, wish, or dream it is that you want, because it's coming. I feel it for you, my darling Virgos. So if I'm going to put it all together, I just feel we're being encouraged here to keep pushing forward, to keep going, to breathe through any kind of tension that comes up this week. We need to keep going because we haven't got all the answers just yet. We haven't got all the information just yet. We're being encouraged to embody the Emperor energy, to control ourselves, control our own lives, control what we think and do. Not anybody else, just us, my darling Virgos. And when we do, I feel that's where the breakthrough will come. We just need to keep going and trust and only control what we can control, my darling Virgos. That is what I feel is the message for this week for us, my darling Virgos. So if you are enjoying the reading, please do give it a thumbs up. I would love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe. Really does help my channel grow. It pushes my content out to more people that may need to see the message, and yeah, I'd love it if you could do it. All right, let us get final messages for you, my darling Virgos. Yeah, I love it. Peaceful resolution. I feel that too. I feel that if we can just trust ourselves, control only ourselves, and keep going, breathe through the tension, here's the peaceful resolution. Get more information. Yeah, that's what I felt off the moon card. You can't make that up. Remain positive. Yeah, I feel it's very important during this time to not get bogged down and spin out. Like I was saying to you at the start of, going down a spiral where you're thinking that it's all about you when it's not. It's usually the other person, my darling Virgos. Not the right time, they say, because you've got a yes. Yeah, I feel that not the right time. I just feel it's not the right time because we need to keep going. That's what we're being told. It's not the right time. Keep moving because our yes is coming, my darling Virgos. That is what I feel is coming in this week. We're being encouraged to persevere, take control of our own lives, and breathe through any kind of tension. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Librans. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of November the 10th, 2025. So, my darling Librans, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation cards. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then we will finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Librans, what messages does Libra need to know for this week of November the 10th, 2025? What does Libra need to know? Yeah, I love it. New moon in Cancer, relax. There's been a lot of energy in these readings that I've done so far of needing to rest, relax, recover, to, take some time, step back. And I feel that that's because we are in the throes of Mercury retrograde. I feel that we're all being encouraged to, take that step back, allow ourselves to breathe, allow ourselves to, just enjoy the journey. My darling Librans, that's the word that popped into my head, was enjoy the journey. So I feel, you're no exception here. You're being encouraged to, just relax and enjoy the way life is unfolding for you at the moment, if that makes sense. So yeah, love that for you. All right, let us consult the tarot and let's see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling. Oh God, these cards are very chatty today. I don't know whether it's just because I'm a terrible shuffler, but they have been very chatty. Anyway, All right, my darling Librans, what messages does Libra need to know for the 10th? Two of Swords, Magician, love it, and the Four of Cups, okay? All right, my darling Librans, what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I am going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Two of Swords. Now, the Two of Swords is a card of, which way do you go? Is it, you've got a choice to make here. Do you move in this direction or that direction? My darling Librans, that is the decision that you need to make here. I feel that you're being presented with not an opportunity, but, you've come to a place where you need to decide, like I said, do you go this way or that way? And I feel for you that you just need to make the decision, my darling Librans. I know, and I feel that you will make the right decision because you've got the Magician here. I feel that you will make the right decision. What I would say to you, just with the Four of Cups here on the table as well, is to not focus on what hasn't worked out for you before. Don't be afraid to make this choice or a decision because, something may not have worked out for you. You can see she's got a blindfold on here. Blindfolds in the tarot represent needing to trust your intuition. So I feel that it's important for you to go within, trust your intuition. You've got the Magician energy here, which means, you're at the height of your manifestation power. So being in the energy of positivity and, knowing that something is going to work out is going to help you release, the burden, I suppose, of undecidedness or not making that decision, my darling Librans, if that makes sense. So I hope it does. And then you've got the beautiful Magician card. So, the Magician's only come up a couple of times in these readings. So I think it was Gemini and you. So I don't know whether it's come up for anybody else at this stage. So, you're both air signs. So you've got a lot of manifestation power around you, my darling Librans. So make sure you use it. You can see the infinity symbol up here. That is the symbol of infinite possibilities, my darling Librans. So you're being encouraged here to, work with the energy. The energy, even though we're in Mercury retrograde, does not mean you cannot manifest during this time. I feel it's the most heightened time to manifest because of the energies. Sometimes we get thrust into reliving something and going over something because we're in Mercury retrograde. Good. Sometimes we need to go back in order to move forward, if that makes sense. But sometimes we also need to go back to see where to see how far we've actually come, my darling Librans. So I'm encouraging you to work with this energy, use this energy, put out into the universe what it is you want to manifest, my darling Librans. Put it out there. Don't be afraid to speak out loud what it is you want to bring in. Speak out loud your goals, wishes, and dreams, because, like I said, you are in a heightened state of manifestation. Your words are spells, my darling Librans. And then you've got the Four of Cups here. So I feel with the Four of Cups, as I was saying about with the Two of Swords there, I feel that you're afraid to make a decision because you don't want to make the same mistakes here. But what I see here is that, the Four of Cups is that she's so focused on these three cups here, and these three cups are experiences that haven't worked out, my darling Librans. She's so focused on these situations that haven't worked out, that she cannot see that there is this other opportunity coming in for her. And I feel that this and the Two of Swords is connected, because this is the decision that you need to make. This is the one that you need to trust your intuition on and decide which way you go. This is the one you will choose. And I feel this is the one that will bring you everything you want, my darling Librans. But you need to stop focusing on what hasn't worked out, because you're virtually telling the universe this hasn't worked out. And and all you're going to bring in, if you're focused on what hasn't worked out, is more of that. What you need to focus on is what could be, what will be, what you want, not what you don't want, my darling Librans. So I hope that makes sense. Do not focus on what you don't want, because the universe will bring you more of that. That's the law of attraction. What you think about, you bring about. Think about what you do want, my darling Librans, not what you don't want. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. So if I'm going to put it all together, I just feel that you're in a position here where you need to make a decision, a choice. And I feel that you're at a crossroads with that choice because of things that haven't worked out in the past. But you're being offered this other path here. Take it, my darling Librans. Trust yourself here. Get into magician mode, manifestation mode. Know that you can manifest what it is that you want, my darling Librans. Know that you have the power to manifest your dreams, goals, wishes. And it will be what you want, because your words are spells this week. You will manifest that. Do not focus on what you don't want. Only focus on what you do want. And be careful what you wish for, I feel to say, because your words are spells. But I also think it's important for you to take time out to relax and maybe to meditate on this, to, maybe go within, trust your intuition here, as I said, with the blindfold, and, really make that decision from a place of manifestation from within, my darling Librans. That's what I feel I need to let you know this week. So if you are enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. And look, it would really, help me out if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe, do all those good things. It even drop me a comment as well, because even just an emoji in the comments does something to the algorithm and allows my content to get pushed out to other people that may need to see this message. So, and I'd really appreciate it. So thank you. All right, let's get final messages. Yeah, be assertive. I feel that you need to take charge over your mind with that, trusting your intuition card. Can't make this up. Here it comes. Success for you. This is coming in. I could feel it off the magician card, but you need to release what hasn't worked out. Yeah, can't make this up. No need to worry, they say. Do not worry what has not worked out in the past, because it's in the past, my darling Librans. Good things are coming. Take action. Yeah, there's another card of be assertive. Take action. Do not let this sit, because you'll choose a new direction. Yeah, what did I say? That is your new direction. That's your Two of Swords. There's the other opportunity there that's coming in for you. It's showing up twice in the cards here. So, yeah, that's definitely the universe saying, I meant what I said. My darling Librans, beautiful energies coming in for you this week. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Scorpios. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of November the 10th, 2025. If it is your birthday this week, my darling Scorpios, a big mwah, happy birthday from me to you. Okie dokie, let us jump right into your reading. So we're going to start off with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation cards. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Scorpios, what messages does Scorpio need to know for this week of November the 10th? Last quarter moon in Gemini, clear your mind, yeah. Clear your mind, my beautiful Scorpios. You need to clear your mind. I think this week particularly, because we are in the throes of Mercury retrograde, there's a lot of chaotic energy around. There's a lot of, energy swirling around of past and present, and, we have, the energies have been quite, difficult, really. October wasn't too bad, but I feel that, even though this energy is a bit lighter, I feel with the Mercury retrograde it might drag things up that may make you feel might bring things up from the past that you felt were over and done with. So I think, my darling Scorpios, clearing your mind this week will benefit you. So you may need to meditate, go for a walk, do whatever you do to clear your mind, my darling Scorpios. All right, let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you. What does Scorpio need to know for this week of the 10th? Page of Wands, 4 of Wands, love it, and a Knight of Cups. Wow, this could be someone coming in for you, my darling Scorpios. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands, if you've been watching me for a while, you know that pages in the tarot are messengers. And this little fella comes in to, give you some kind of spark of inspiration to go on an adventure. Or you can see here the wand is illuminated here. He's encouraging you to, go on some kind of adventure, take some action somewhere towards a goal, wish, or dream, my darling Scorpios. And what I can see on the table here is this could be to do with love. So, and look, if you're not looking for love, take it how it resonates. But I feel that that someone is going to spark your interest here, that someone is going to come in and make you go, the eyebrow, things that make you go, that's what I kind of think, that you're just going to be thinking, could this be someone for me, someone new? And look, it doesn't have to be love, as in romantic love. It could be a new friend. It could be a new work colleague. It could be a new boss. It could be, just someone is coming in to make you feel that you're supported, is what I feel, my darling Scorpios, if that makes sense. So I feel that, yes, there's definitely going to be a moment here, because then you've got the 4 of Wands. So I love the 4 of Wands. The 4 of Wands is, the 4 pillars of stability here. It can be a very psychic card of 1111, like an angel number card, which is a card of, new beginnings, portals opening, things like that. It can also be a celebration card. making a deeper commitment. These two people here are getting married on this card. So they're making a commitment to each other. They're also can be like they're stepping through to a new portal as well here. So, you know, take it how it resonates, but I feel that you may be thinking about making a deeper commitment to someone or something, my darling Scorpio, if that makes sense. So, and look, this could just be making a deeper commitment to yourself if you're not looking for love or anything like that. But I feel, though, because you've got the Knight of Cups here as well, that there is someone coming in. So, and like I said, if it's not romantic love, it will just be a friend. But I feel that you want to make a deeper commitment to this person, as in, you know, if it's a friend, you want to actually commit to the friendship. If it's a work colleague, you want to commit to being their work buddy. You know, if it's a love interest, then you want to commit to being with them and only them, my darling Scorpios, if that makes sense. That's really what I'm feeling off this Four of Wands. It's a beautiful energy of wanting to commit deeper, wanting to go deeper, learn more about someone, really wanting to know what makes them tick. And it is a celebration energy as well. So you will be celebrating that feeling, I feel, as well, my darling Scorpios. And then we've got the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is literally a knight in shining armor. That's what I feel off this energy. Like, I'm feeling that this Knight of Cups is coming in to literally sweep you off your feet if it is to do with a love relationship, my darling Scorpios. If it's, you know, even if it's not a love relationship, they're going to come in and you are going to feel as though you're swept off your feet, even if it's not love. You're going to feel that they've come in and they're so supportive of you that you feel, where did this person come from? Like, you know, it's almost like you've never felt so supported, that you've never felt that someone's had your back like this person, my darling Scorpios, which is a beautiful energy to have. But if it is love, I do literally feel this person is coming in to sweep you off your feet. They hold the Ace of Cups. They hold the cup of joy. They hold the cup of love to present to you, my darling Scorpios. So accept it, enjoy it, embrace it, my darling Scorpios. So if I'm going to put it all together, I mean, with this clear your mind, I feel that that's in order for you to be able to accept this person coming in, I feel you do need to clear your mind of past hurts, past clutter, past wounds, my darling Scorpio, because you're not going to be able to see or be open to this until you've done that. But what I feel here is that there is definitely someone coming in to spark an inspiration in you. They are going to spark the inspiration of, will you go on the adventure with this person? You know, someone wants to make a deeper commitment to you, and they're coming in and they're handing you this Ace of Cups and saying, I want to be your cup of joy, my darling Scorpios. Will you accept this, is what I feel I need to say here, because, wow, they're coming, and they're coming with the Ace of Cups in their hands. So beautiful energies. So if you are enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. You know, I'm very active and interactive in the comments. I would love it if you could, please like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. Really does help me out, helps my channel grow, just allows more people to be able to see my content. All right, my darling Scorpios, let's get final messages for you. Yeah, it's up to you. You is what I said. You need to clear that past energy. Yeah, let go of that past energy. You cannot make this up. Let it go. Clear your mind, my darling Scorpios. Yeah, here they come. Here's the helpful people. Like I said, you can't make this up. This is the universe saying, I meant what I said. this is, like I said, if it's not a love person, it's someone coming in to help you on your path. A year from now, they say, yeah, you'll have the yes. And that's, look, don't freak out with that year from now card. It's just saying that I think you will look back on this situation a year from now and go, I'm so glad I allowed this person into my life, because what is going to come of this, I feel, is going to be life-changing. My darling Scorpios, thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Sagittarians. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of November the 10th, 2025. So, my darling Sagittarians, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation cards. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then we will finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Sagittarians, what messages does Sagittarius need to know for this week of November the 10th, 2025? What does Sagittarius need to know? Last quarter moon in Taurus. Be proud of yourself. Yeah, love this. Be proud of your beautiful self, my darling Sagittarians, because you deserve it. So, I mean, we are in the midst of Mercury retrograde, so, you know, there could be some lots of energies from, especially energies from the past, swirling around you at this time, my darling Sagittarians, but you're just being encouraged to be in the moment, and I feel be proud of everything that you have accomplished this year. I mean, we are nearly, I cannot believe we're in November. I cannot believe we are nearly at the end of this year, my darling Sagittarians. And I feel this is encouraging you to reflect back on this year and realize where you are now to where, go back and watch my readings from the start of the year and see, you know, if, you know, this has, you know, progressed for you. Or think about where were you at the start of this year to where you are now. Be proud of how far you've come, my darling Sagittarians. All right, let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Sagittarians. What does Sagittarius need to know for the week, November the 10th? Yes, the Sun. Love it. And the 4 of Swords. Yeah, good time to rest, relax, recover. These are all upside down, it looks like. Most of these, some of these. Anyway. I did drop this deck, so anyway. All right, my darling Sagittarians. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So amazing. You start off with the beautiful Sun card, my darling Sagittarians. So the Sun's the best card in the tarot. Like it shines a light on everything and makes the whole entire reading more positive. And, you know, this alone is amazing, my darling Sagittarians. I love to see this for you. You know, I feel that this is what you need to be proud of, my darling Sagittarians, is this, you know, the sun is shining on you for a reason. What is it that you've accomplished, my darling Sagittarians? Only you will know that. You know, only you will know what it is that you've accomplished here. But, I mean, just looking at what else is on the table here, I feel that you're going to be proud of yourself because this is going to be something that, or something where you stepped out of your comfort zone and did something that that went in a direction that wasn't the easy way. And this is the result. Happiness, joy, success. Just look at how happy she is. You know, the sun is shining on her. She is a child full of joy. And I feel for you, my darling Sagittarians, that this is you this week. feeling illuminated, feeling joy. You know, allow your face, point your face, my darling Sagittarians, towards the warmth of the sun, and allow the warmth, allow the healing energy of the sun, and absorb that energy and just allow it to heal you. Allow it to just go inside, my darling Sagittarians, and feel it. And, you know, stand in the sun and just allow those rays to be upon your face, and tell me how that feels, because I feel joy and illumination here for you, my darling Sagittarians. And I feel this is the Four of Swords here is all about rest, relaxing, recovering. It's, you know, I feel that this is what you need to, you know, get that energy back. To, you know, you've been working so hard, my darling Sagittarians. It's time for you now to rest, relax, recover. Like I said, take time for yourself. Maybe go and get a massage, you know, do something that brings you joy. Do something that makes you feel that you're in relaxation mode. Me, I love Saturday night and a bath. That's my happy place. And, you know, it helps me decompress from the week. It allows me to just, it's my time. You know, no one else interrupts that time for me. You know, I'm a busy person. I work full time and I do this, and I'm a mum, and, you know, my life is predominantly for other people, is of service to other people, and I love that. That's just me. It's who I am. I'm a Virgo. However, I do need time to rest, relax, recover, because I'm no good to anybody if I'm burnt out. I cannot give from the place I want to give if I'm burnt out. And I feel that's the same for you, my darling Sagittarians, is that you need to, in order for you to be able to be the best you need to rest, relax, recover. Have some time for yourself. Be still, my darling Sagittarians. And like I said, just stand in the sun. Allow the warmth of the sun, the healing rays of the sun, to illuminate your beautiful self, my darling Sagittarians. Because then you've got the Two of Wands here, and I feel that this is, you know, like I feel the sun is the outcome of this decision here, my darling Sagittarians. And I feel the Four of Swords is, you know, once you've made that decision and you're basking in the sun, it's time for you to heal type of energy. But this Two of Wands here, you know, you can see here on the card, she's got the world in her hands. This is her world. And she's looking at her world and wondering which way next, my darling Sagittarians. And that's what the choice is that you need to make here. Which way do you go? This way or that way? One is familiar. One is stepping out of your comfort zone. I feel that you're being encouraged to step out of your comfort zone here, my darling Sagittarians, because I feel this is what's going to bring you that beautiful sun. This is what's going to bring you that joy, that illumination, that reason to be proud of yourself, my darling Sagittarians, because you stepped out of the norm. You stepped away from the known into the unknown. And because of that, you have joy and happiness and success, my darling Sagittarians. That's what I'm getting off the Two of Wands for you. Not a heap, but yeah, that's what I'm feeling. So if I'm going to put it all together, I probably already have, but, you know, I just feel that you are being encouraged here to step out of your comfort zone. Whatever, you know, something there is encouraging you to take the road less traveled, is the word that popped into my head. You know, you've got the world in your hands. You're looking at it and you're saying, is this all there is? No, it isn't, my darling Sagittarians. You need to take this path, get out of your comfort zone, and move into this whole beautiful new path that you're going to be led down, where you are going to just be illuminated. There is going to be joy and success and happiness for you at the end of this new path, my darling Sagittarians. But it will be important for you to rest, relax, recover as well. Allow the warmth of the sun to, illuminate your beautiful face, but make sure you take time out. Do not burn yourself out, my darling Sagittarians. And above all, be proud of yourself. Be proud of how far you have come in this journey, my darling Sagittarians, because you deserve it, my darling Sagittarians. So yeah, I'm loving this for you. What a gorgeous reading. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. It really does help my channel grow, and I would really appreciate it. Yeah, make sure you leave a comment. Let me know, does this resonate, with you? All right, let's get final messages. Meditation brings answers. Yes, what did I say? Go within. That's what the Four of Swords is. Rest, relax, recover. Look for a sign, they say. Yeah, there'll be signs, synchronicities, things like that around you. Yeah, peaceful resolution. I love that. And I felt that too. That's the Four of Swords is all about peace. And like I said, rest, relaxing, recovering. So this is beautiful energies coming through for you. Within the next few months, they say, yeah, you've got a yes, and it's a yes with the exclamation point. Loving this for you, my darling Sagittarians. What a stunning reading for you. Like, just these energies, I can feel they're really going to propel you and set you up for, beautiful time to come, my darling Sagittarians. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Capricorns. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to your reading for the week of November the 10th, 2025. So, my darling Capricorns, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation cards. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then we will finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Capricorns, what messages does Capricorn need to know for the week of November the 10th? What messages does Capricorn need to know? Full moon in Cancer. Let your fears dissolve. Oh, I love that card. Yeah. Let your fears dissolve, my darling Capricorns. What fear do you have at this time? Do you have any fears, my darling Capricorns? What I tell my kids about fear is that it's false evidence appearing real. It's not real. Fear only has power if we give it power, my darling Capricorn. So I'm encouraging you to, let any kind of fear dissolve. Maybe do a meditation on releasing any kind of fear if you really have some kind of fear. That, what I feel too is that, if you're giving your energy to a fearful situation, then the universe only hears you giving your energy to that situation. So it's going to bring it to you. So I'm encouraging you to think of what you do want, not what you don't want to happen, my darling Capricorns, if that makes sense. All right, let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you for this week of the 10th of November, my darling Capricorns. What does Capricorn need to know? The Lovers, ooh, Gemini energy. And the Hierophant, that's Taurus energy. And the Eight of Cups here, walking away, love it. All right, my darling Capricorns. All right, so what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the beautiful Lovers card. And as I said, this is Gemini energy. So if you do have Gemini in your chart at all, I would encourage you to go and watch the Gemini reading. This could also be a Gemini in your life, so take that how it resonates. But the Lovers card is all about, well, it could be love. With the Hierophant here, I feel it could be a love connection here that either leads to marriage or you're already in a marriage with this person. I do feel that this is a relationship that you were already in. I don't feel this is someone new. So this person is someone that you're connected to. And look, it doesn't have to be a romantic connection, but I do feel that. I feel that it's an intimate connection here. So the Lovers, like I said, it's all about love. It could be love. But traditionally in the tarot, the Lovers was called the choice card because it is a choice or a decision in a relationship or a crossroads kind of energy. Because you can see, in the traditional tarot, there's a male and a female. There is a mountain between them. There is an angel. There's clouds. There is an angel, and then the sun is above the angel. The mountain between them literally means some kind of obstacle or mountain between them. So I feel with this, in this reading, just with what else is on the table here, that there is some kind of issue, but I feel that it's your issue, my darling Capricorns. I feel that there is an issue with someone that not that you're blowing out of proportion, but that you are fearful of. Because of that, let your fears dissolve there. I feel that there could be an issue. I mean, it's just quite a specific message for someone. I know it won't be for everybody, but I do feel that there is some tension between you and someone else. And I do feel that it's a love connection here. And I feel that you're being encouraged to work through that issue, to let your fears dissolve, as that this card says. And then you've got the Hierophant. So the message that I was getting when I put it down, these two cards down, was this person has asked for a deeper commitment, or you have asked for a deeper commitment. The Hierophant is all about government institutions, higher, it could be higher learning, but it can also be marriage. And, we see the two keys here on the Hierophant card. The Hierophant is all about as above, so below as well. He is very divinely connected to the heavens and the earth, my darling Capricorns as well. But what I feel here is that and like I said, it's either you or the other person has been wanting to make a deeper commitment here with this relationship. And one of you isn't sure that you want it to go to the next level. And that could be the fear here. But you fear losing that person because you're not ready. I feel that the message to tell you, my darling Capricorns, if that is the case, that if anybody is the person for you, being able to tell them your fears will only strengthen the relationship, my darling Capricorns. It will not hurt it. And if it's not the relationship for you, then this person won't understand, and you'll know. And you'll probably have to walk away, my darling Capricorns. So I hope that makes sense, because that's really what I'm feeling off the Hierophant there for you. And then you have the Eight of Cups. So this is that walking away energy, my darling Capricorns. But I feel off this that there's going to be one of two things. You're either going to walk away from the relationship, or you're going to walk away from the fear. And I would be encouraging you, my darling Capricorns, to walk away from the fear, not the relationship. Because if it's the other person that has the fears, if it's the other person that you know, is feeling that they're not ready to commit, then and you're you know this is the person you want to be with forever and things like that, then I feel that you need to, you know, not walk away from them. No, I feel that you need to pull them closer, my darling Capricorns, if that makes sense. However, they may feel that they need to walk away. You know, it's going to be different for everybody. I just feel whatever the situation is, this is not losing them. This is you walking away or moving on from the situation. So if it is that there's a fear there, then you're going to move on from that. And moving on from the 8 of Cups towards the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, my darling Capricorns. So you could be literally walking away from your fear, which is what I hope is what is going to happen here. But you have free will and free choice, my darling Capricorns. But I do feel you're being encouraged here to walk away from that fear, from what is holding you back in this relationship, my darling Capricorn. So I do hope that makes sense here. So if I'm going to put it all together, I just feel that, you know, there is a deeply committed relationship here. I feel that. So this isn't going to be for everybody, this reading. So take what resonates, leave the rest. But I do feel that there is a committed relationship here. Somebody wants it to go to the next level. But I feel that there is fear around taking it to the next level. What I want you to do, my darling Capricorns, is to walk away from that fear. Because, like I said, I don't know whether it's you or the other person, but I feel that somebody is going to walk away from that fear and move towards beautiful 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment here. And I'm loving that energy for you, my darling Capricorns. I just feel that you need to let, as this card says, you need to let those fears dissolve in order for you to be able to move forward with this relationship. So if you are enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. You know, I'd love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe. Really does help my channel grow. Helps me know I'm on the right track and my messages are, you know, resonating with you and you want to see more. All right. Let's get final messages for you, my darling Capricorns. Improving health. Yeah, I feel that'll just be a byproduct of letting fear dissolve, because fear eats you up inside, my darling Capricorns. Very important. Communicate clearly. I feel that being in this time of Mercury retrograde, our communications can really take a hit and they can, you know, really, things can get misunderstood. Be clear, as this card says. Communicate clearly. If you believe, ask, believe, receive, my darling Capricorns. If you don't believe it, the universe will not bring it to you. It's as simple as that. You need to believe that something is possible. Not the right time, they say. You've got a yes. Yeah, I feel it's not the right time to take this relationship forward if you cannot let your fears dissolve. That's really what I felt as soon as I pulled that card, my darling Capricorn. So I do feel it's going to be very important for you to let your fears dissolve this week in order for you to be able to move on and move forward. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Aquarians. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of November the 10th, 2025. So, my darling Aquarians, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation cards. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then we will finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Aquarians, what messages does Aquarius need to know for this week of November the 10th? see what messages. Last quarter moon in Capricorn. Leave the past behind. Yes, leave the past behind. It is gone. It is dead, done, over with, my darling Aquarians. Now, we are in the throes of Mercury retrograde, so we could all be thrust back to the past, thinking about past situations, thinking about, things that happened to us in the past. And sometimes it's a good thing to be, to have things from the past come back up so we can heal them properly, my darling Aquarians. But, sometimes some things that happened in the past are best left in the past. And I feel that that's the energy sort of around you this week, is to not dig up anything from the past that, maybe didn't work out for you. You're being encouraged to leave that behind you. It's time to move forward, my darling Aquarians. All right, let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Aquarians. What does Aquarius need to know for this week, the 10th? Got Three of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Cups. Love it. That, I feel, is your past energy, my darling Aquarians. I feel you're healing from that past energy. Definitely. Loving this. All right, so what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start here with the Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords is, some tarot readers, read it as heartbreak. And look, it can be, but I read it as a card of healing heartbreak, or healing your heart, rather than you're going to have heartbreak. I'm not a doomsday tarot reader at all. I'm a positive tarot reader. However, if I feel that there is energy to let you know, I'll do that. But I predominantly read positively, and intuitively. So you can see she's got a sword in her hand, a sword in her mouth, and she's throwing one up in the air. The Three of Swords is about healing your heart, removing the swords from your heart and healing it, my darling Aquarians. And I feel that this is what was in your past. This is what you're healing from. This is what you need to leave behind, my darling Aquarians, is that heartbreak energy. I feel that dragging the energy of past hurts into the present is not going to serve you. I'm not saying forget about them, because I feel that any kind of heartbreak or, hurt is a lesson for us. What did you learn from this situation, my darling Aquarians? What did it teach you? What can you use from that to not make the same mistake again, to be able to move forward, my darling Aquarians? That's what I feel the message for you is off the Three of Swords here, is to heal your heart from that. Take the lessons and the love. Take what you needed to take from it, but don't take the hurt. Don't take what hurt you and bring that forward. Take the lesson from it and bring that forward, so you won't let that happen again, if that makes sense. And I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense? Because, what you don't want to bring into the present is the past hurt. You want to bring into the present the lessons and the love that you learnt from it. So you will recognize a situation like this if it ever comes up again, my darling Aquarian. So I hope that makes sense. And then you have the Hierophant. So this is Taurus energy. So if you have Taurus in your chart, I would encourage you to go and, watch maybe the Taurus reading, because there might be a message there for you. But the Hierophant is, it can be a card of marriage. I don't feel marriage off this, but I do feel blessings and healing off this Hierophant card. for you. So the Hierophant, you know, can be about government institutions, higher learning, you know, said marriage. And in the traditional tarot, this Archbishop here, which I think it was the Archbishop of Canterbury at the time, he is blessing, there's two people down here and he's blessing those people. He's holding up a symbol of blessings in his hand. And it is a symbol of, you know, a card of a blessing. So I feel that the past hurt that off that Three of Swords was a blessing in disguise for you, if that makes sense. I feel that you had to go through it in order to be able to move you towards this Ace of Cups that's waiting for you. The past hurt of, you know, and it could be, I feel it is love because of, you know, and it doesn't have to be romantic love. We can be hurt deeply by friends, by family members, by work colleagues, by bosses, you know, by things, situations like that. And we can allow it to, you know, eat at us. But what I'm saying here is to release it because it was a blessing in disguise, my darling Aquarians. I feel that it was necessary in order for you to recognize what it is that you don't want in your life, if that makes sense. So you can then move on to something that is what you want, if that makes sense, my darling Aquarians. That's what I'm getting off the Hierophant there, is that this is was a blessing in disguise. It was a blessing for you. Because then you've got the beautiful Ace of Cups here. This is your cuppa running over, my darling Aquarians. This is your cup of joy, my darling Aquarians. This is a gift from the universe, a gift of love from the universe. Yeah, my darling Aquarians, this is the new beginning for you. And I feel it is a new beginning in love because you've been through the hurt. You've recognized that it was a blessing in disguise. You've healed your heart, my darling Aquarians, and it's now time to receive more love than you could ever think possible, is what I feel off this Ace of Cups here. You can see the cup is overflowing. She just needs to dip that cup back into the water and it keeps overflowing. It is a never-ending supply of joy and love and happiness, my darling Aquarians, and I'm loving that this is coming in for you. So if I'm going to put it all together, I probably, you know, already have, but with this leave the past behind, I feel that it's doubly important that you leave this hurt in the past. Definitely take the lessons and the love. Heal your heart, my darling Aquarians, and I already feel that you have, or you are healing it. But leave behind the hurts and just take forward the healing. This was a blessing in disguise. I feel that for you because you've got something so much better waiting to come in for you. It will not come in, though, if you cannot leave this behind. Do not block this energy, my darling Aquarians, because it's coming for you. Beautiful energy coming in for you this week, my darling Aquarians. So if you are enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. You know, I am very active and interactive in the comments. If you could please like, share, comment, subscribe. It really does help my channel grow. Helps me out so much and I'd really appreciate it. Just drop an emoji in the comments. Just does something to the algorithm, throws it out there and, yeah, allows my message to get out to other people. All right, let's get final messages for you, my darling Aquarians. Yeah. No need to worry. There is no need to worry. The universe has got your back. Can't make this up. There it is. This is what is coming in for you. There is your Ace of Cups. I said that, my darling Aquarians. Be assertive. Yeah, I feel you need to be assertive in healing this energy. Don't leave it to chance. Heal yourself. Aquarians, heal thyself. Does that make it better? Within the next few months, they say, yes, You've got a yes, my darling Aquarians. I love this energy for you. It is such a straightforward, amazing reading coming in for you this week, my darling Aquarians. It is, you know, you just need to make sure that you can leave that past behind. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Pisces. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of November the 10th, 2025. So, my darling Pisces, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation cards. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and we will finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Pisces, what messages does Pisces need to know for this week of the 10th of November? All right. Full moon in Cancer. Let your fears dissolve. Yeah, love this. Love, love, love. Let your fears dissolve, my beautiful Pisces. I mean, we're in the energy at the moment of Mercury retrograde, so there could be a lot of, you know, emotions and things swirling from the past that's coming back around to make you deal with things once and for all. Don't be afraid of things from the past. Don't be afraid if something's coming up again. It's coming up again so you can heal it, my darling Pisces. Just remember that. It's not coming up to scare you. It's coming up to help you heal it, my darling Pisces. All right, let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Pisces. What does Pisces need to know for this week of the 10th of November? Eight of Pentacles, love it. King of Swords. And the Lovers. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is all about hard work. It's all about quality work, mastery, my darling Pisces. So we have the different stages. So the Three of Pentacles is the card of apprenticeship and, you know, putting your work on display and, you know, being admired for your work, teamwork type of thing. And the person in that card on the Three of Pentacles is the apprentice. Here is the same person on the Eight of Pentacles. This person has now mastered their craft. You can see they're producing quality work here. They are producing, they are focused on one task and one task only, my darling Pisces, and they're getting the job done. And it's a card of quality work. And also it's also a card of material success on the horizon as well. So I feel for you with this energy is that you're being encouraged to keep working on what it is you're working on. To only focus, though, on one thing and one thing that you're good at. Don't be scattered working on different things, especially during this Mercury retrograde, because you will get, if you focus on scattered things, you will get scattered results, is what I feel to tell you. Sorry, my voice is going. My darling Pisces. So I'm encouraging you to focus on one task and one task well, and do it well. Yes, it's hard work. It will be hard work, but what you are producing, my darling Pisces, is quality work. Yeah, and this is what you want, quality work. You are working hard and you are producing amazing results, my darling Pisces. And then you have the King of Swords here. I kind of feel in this energy that this is you, my darling, or that you need to embody this energy of the King of Swords this week. that energy of, you know, he has worked hard here. He is sitting on his throne. You can see the look on his face. He's quite almost bored because he sits on his throne in the knowledge and wisdom that he is comfortable where he is, that he has all the knowledge and wisdom that he needs. He does not need to look outside himself for the answers, my darling Pisces. He has all the answers right here, right with him. He holds the Ace of Swords here. He holds the Ace of Truth. He knows that he will only speak his truth, and his truth is all that matters, my darling Pisces. And I feel that that's the energy you need to get into, is, you know, not be fearful to be able to speak your truth, my darling Pisces, if that makes sense. So I hope it does, because I feel that energy of you sitting in your own knowledge and wisdom, knowing that you know that what you want and where you want to go is right for you. That's what I feel is coming in off that King of Swords. And then you have the Lovers card. So the Lovers, you know, in the tarot is, yes, it can be about love. It can be about a relationship, but I feel this is more you working hard and being, you know, being able to speak your truth and feeling that you have the knowledge and wisdom and you are comfortable with that in this relationship. I do feel this is a relationship because that's what the Lovers is. This is also Gemini energy. So if you do have Gemini in your chart, make sure you go and watch the Gemini reading, because there could be a message there for you. But in the traditional tarot, the Lovers was called the Choice card. And in the traditional tarot, there's a male and a female. There is a mountain between them. There are clouds. There is an angel, and then there's the sun. The mountain between them literally means that, a mountain between them. There is some obstacle between them that they need to overcome. They've come to some kind of crossroads in their relationship and they need to figure it out, my darling Pisces. And I feel that here for you. I feel that there could be this could be with, you know, someone else here that you need to work something out with. That, you know, you've been working with the Eight of Pentacles there. You've been working hard on yourself and on this relationship. You're embodying the King of Swords. And look, the King of Swords energy can be a little cold as well. So if you feel that you've been a bit detached and distant, maybe it's you that needs to make the compromise here, my darling Pisces. You know, it'll be different for everybody. Maybe you've put up a wall because you fear something, because you fear that it might not work out, because you fear of opening up to someone else. But as this card says, let your fears dissolve. I feel that it's important for you to speak your truth off that King of Swords card and let the other person know what it is that's bothering you. Don't hold it in. Don't let it fester. I hate it when, you know, somebody just does not tell me what's wrong. You know, I'd rather know. And because it's like, you know, holding on to that energy is like poison. It's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die, basically. You know, it's only, they're holding on to it themselves, and it's, you know, horrible. It's horrible for the other person. I've been on the receiving end of that, and it's like, why can't you just tell me? You know, it's, anyway, because it doesn't makes me feel that it will, makes me feel bad, because I feel like, well, I'm some kind of ogre. And I know that that person would be the same. You know, you just want to know, especially if it's someone you love, what is hurting you? Why aren't you talking to me? Why can't you talk to me? Share your hurt with me so I can try and lessen it. You know, I don't want to try and fix it, but you certainly should want to try and talk it through. So that's, I know I've probably waffled, but that's kind of what I feel. Anyway, if I'm going to put it all together, I do feel that there is something between you and someone else. You've been working hard on this relationship. I think you've been working hard on yourself, my darling Pisces. And now you're sort of sitting in this King of Swords energy where you could be a little bit cold and distant, but you are sitting there in the knowledge and wisdom that you know how you feel, but they don't. Use this sword of truth, my darling Pisces, and allow you to be a little bit vulnerable with this person. Let them know where they stand, my darling Pisces. Let your fears dissolve. Do not be scared to tell someone how you feel. I think it's worse not telling someone how you feel, because then they make up all these stories in their head and it could be nothing about them at all. So do them a favour, my darling Pisces. All right. If you are enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. You know, I would love to know if this resonates with you. Please, if you can, help my channel to thrive by, you know, like, comment, share, subscribe. You know, all those things help my channel to grow, and even just drop me a little emoji in the comments really does help. All right, let's get final messages for you, my darling Pisces. Yeah, no need to worry, my darling. It's coming for you. This will work out. Be vulnerable. Speak your truth. Can't make this up. Here it is, romance. This is what is coming. Allow yourself to be vulnerable, my darling Pisces. Here comes big happy changes. I feel that this is the result of you putting that sword down and speaking your truth, my darling Pisces. You know, allow yourself to be vulnerable. That's the word that keeps popping into my head. Not the right time. And you've got a yes. The not the right time, I feel it's not the right time to hold it in. It's not the right time to keep this to yourself. It is time for you to let someone know what's going on with you, to let your fears dissolve and speak your truth, my darling Pisces. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.